Aussie.
Alright, here we are on a Tuesday night. Hey Kelsey, I'm sure you will like my cocktail lounge shirt. It's rather different. Well, it's almost got this bowling shirt style, but this whole stripy thing, it's the only one that's like this, like plain black on one side and this weird stripy thing. Hello, Madam Butterfly. I'm going to quickly do my first bit of set. Not doing a full cocktail video, although I am planning on doing one tonight. Just to use up some orange juice. But it's time to put something in the barrel, essentially. And hello, Justin, as well. So, and I'm going to do this on video. It's a short video. Okay, so. Put that out of my system. I don't want to do that. Just remembering that plan. I want to do this. All right. Oh no, NDIS drama. There is so much drama with the NDIS. Just all these things, healthcare, unemployment benefits, would all be so much simpler and I'm convinced would actually cost less if there was no administration, if there was no bullshit fucking rules. You just like, oh yeah, everyone deserves healthcare. Everyone deserves basic income. And you just got it. The cost of the bureaucracy and the bullshit with health insurance and whatnot. I don't actually want this yet. All right, that's okay. I'll put it over here. Okay. I do want. Okay, let's shape this. Hello, Heine, by the way. What are you doing this? Yeah, that looks good. Let's turn this up. All right, so that's ready. Yep. The cocktail has been in the jar for a week. Really seems like the jam has thoroughly dissolved. Bits of lily-pilly fruit are still in here, but I'm going to give you a tip learned by hard experience in terms of getting this concoction out of the jar. Don't try and put it straight in the bottle with a little funnel. I have here a big dish and a sieve because I swear to God, I made so much mess previously trying to get this into a bottle. So step one is I'm going to filter out the big chunks. Step two, because I want the maximum drink out of my cocktail, I am going to squeeze these through a nut milk bag to get a bit of extra drink out of it. You know what I need? I need another hand. I don't want to get my hand. I don't want to get my hands sticky, so a little squeezer. Do the dad thing. Tongs are working, and just give this a squeeze. A few more precious drops. The fruit might still be okay. Sometimes fruit that's been soaking in alcohol just soaks in all this bitterness from the alcohol and tastes gross. Sometimes it's still good, so it might be usable in a dessert. Let's see. Super boozy. Could maybe still go in a dessert though. I could strain it into a bottle now, but me being me, it's going to go in a barrel for a week or so. But because there's probably still some little bits of fruit pulp in there, because that wasn't a particularly fine sieve I put it through, I'm going to fine strain it into the barrel and then come back and show you what it looks like and do a taste test. Okay, turn the cameras on. Right, that little shindig. Hey, Rays, how's it going? Okay. Let's see if I can do this without making too much mess. Back in the jar, that's what. Okay, I may be overthinking this. Now you'll get to see if I have a disaster. I don't think I will. But I get into this smaller bowl because it's got a pouring spout on it. That I hope is going to work in my favor. There's my sieve. Fuck that. Aha. It really does clog up the sieve very quickly. That is interesting. Oh. Fuck you, I am making such a fucking mess. Oh, shit. This is gonna cause me grief. Okay. I have a plan which involves just disappearing for a minute into the kitchen. Oh, goodness gracious me. What a palaver. Yes, you had my cask aged Ned whiskey, Celtic. It's definitely a decent whiskey, improved by being in my cask. Okay. I'm going to double filter it and see if this helps. Alright. And honestly, if this gives me grief, I'm probably going to leave it and fix it tomorrow. Let's see. This may be helping. It's still running through. Slowly. Okay. But that's mostly done. So what I'm going to do, faffing about on a live stream, which is completely new and unprecedented for me. Good. What's it taste like? It tastes pretty good. Okay, I'm convinced this time it'll work. Let's fucking go. Do. Yeah, science. A little bit tart, like your mum, bit of a tart. I've got this last bit's not going to go through, is it? Fucking really? Just the last little bit. Okay. Okay, well. Okay, I'm just going out. I've got to rinse these once more. Oh, goodness me. All right, definitely done now. Just gotta do this last little bit. That's done. Done. Right. It's fucking done. Oh wait, I'll take this out. Put the bung in the bung hole. I should put a label on it. There's only a small chance I'll make a mistake, but on me, I'll make a mistake. Yes, this is my version of Breaking Bad, Rays. Just a former employee of Indus took data, tried to poach you as a client. Jesus, that's fucking stupid of them. That's a super obviously wrong thing to do. Hello, Pat, and hello, Hannah. All right, I'm just making a label. for the Lily Pilly. It's just going to say Lily. They don't need to put a date on it because I know I'm just leaving it in there, I think, till party night next week. Not this week, but next week. So let's just put a label on it to minimize the chances of me fucking up. And I say minimize because it's definitely still possible, me being me. Fuck up despite precautions. All right. Let's get under here. There's a bin. All right. Hunky dory. Okay. Freaking hell. What's it? 8:16. I don't have a business. Hannah is selling seeds on a crochet rubber duck who looks like a strawberry. Nice. I'll provide you with some oral wallpaper. Hey, Safa. I had a light and easy meal. Chicken katsu curry. You saw VDQ stepping on. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Honestly. That guy. So Pat's already been to the movies by the sounds of it. This week, 28 years later, gets a 10 out of 10. Pat and his love of horror movies. Saka was pretty good. It was pretty good. Yes. Yes, Justin, there's a thing that salespeople often do to say, I'm moving to go and do this. You know, maybe you want to come with me, but to do it clandestinely, that gets you in trouble. So I got a booze shipment. It's a cocktail subscription thing that I've mentioned before. Previously, I only had the gear, and I don't even know how well this shows up. Like the shaker and the sieve and everything is in this sexy anodized black metal, which is pretty cool. But I finally got an actual cocktail thing for them, their version of a Mai Tai, and they get stuff from Australian distillers and things. So they've got weird rums. Look at this neat bottle. I'm definitely keeping the bottle, although it'll take me ages to finish it. Mad Monkey is the distillery. They call this Flora. This is bottle 5 of 130 from batch 5. 42%. And it's a white rum that they've infused with botanicals, like what you normally do with gin. So I'm going to try that. And this is a rum-based liqueur, baked apple. I'll be trying that too. Yeah, I only got the notification today. There was something in the post office box, and I wasn't in the city today, so I won't get it till next week. Look at the meat bottle, Hannah. Definitely. And this sweetener, a macadamia-based orgeat. So I'm going to make the cocktail later in the week, but I'm going to taste all of these tonight. I want to know what they taste like. I do want to make a cocktail to use my orange juice, because I found a cocktail with orange juice, and they can be quite fun. I think this might be good. So I am going to quickly do that, because I want to have a cocktail. So I just got to get, oh God, okay. Once more onto the breach. Okay, I'm just going to get rid of this crap and actually bring a cloth back to clean up the little bit of mess I made. Alrighty. Yeah, it's just I have to clean this up because this would be particularly sticky as it's got jam in it. So clean up. I did drip some on the bed, which I don't usually sleep with anymore. But honest, Mum, the sticky marks on the bed, it's not what you think. It's alcohol. Okie dokie. I got so much bloody back and forthing tonight. Goodness me. Yes, I bet he's been bashed for that stuff. So, Kelty is very silly. Justin, the New York mayoral candidate was born in Africa. He's not a natural born US citizen. He cannot run for president. Not sure what the highest political office he can go for is, actually. I don't know how that works in the US. He's got an Indian dad, a very Muslim name. It's funny, he's like the conspiracy theories about Obama, he's actually that. Oh man, is that noise running there? That's off putting. He's African born Muslim socialist. Things that Obama was none of. Okay, so I am going to get it together to make this cocktail. Where are we? Controller, get it together. It is called a Newport Cold Brew. So, Navy rum. How much Navy rum? 30 mils. Fuck it, we're going Smith and Cross. Reposado tequila, which is going to get completely fucking overwhelmed by this. That's okay. Reposado tequila. Advocat. Where is my Advocat? I put it over here. It's a creamy drink. A glass, I think. I want this glass. Okie dokie. Let's get this happening. Okay. I'm giving 20 mils of orange juice. Lots of orange juice. Going to use up all the orange juice. That's good. I needed a way to use the orange juice. Okie doke. I am getting my shit in order. Get all your shit, stack it up. Get your shit together. Yeah. Do-do-do-do. Okay. think, what are the measurements? 30, 30, 15, 15. Right, okay. Let's get everything ready. Arbitrary bottle placement. Okay. Ready, steady, spaghetti. Oops. I'm making this a bit strong. Anyway. Okay. Now, this. Alright. Let us go then, you and I. Okay. Reposada tequila. Rum. Very strong rum. Advocate. 15 mils. Like jizz. 15 mils cream of coconut. And 20 mils orange juice. And a little bit more. Okay, now, okay, that's done. Shake this. Okay, so glass. Where is my glass? Gotta get it together. Maybe it's gonna go there. It's about right. Dropping ice all over the place. Let's get ice in there. Okay. Do this. And this. I'm just going to put these lids on in case I knock something over. Avoid a terrible mistake. Alright. Alright. Let's get this happening. Got to shake our booties right down to the ground. Oh shit. Just threw it all over myself. Good Lord, that takes busy. Okay. Freaking Egypt. Alright, gotta take a thumbnail picture. Where is my phone? Okay. Okay, let's get this happening. Oh, good Lord. So much carry on. Turn on that one. Okay. Ready? Ready. G'day cocktail lovers. This is a creamy cocktail that I think owes some of its lineage to tiki style drinks. When I saw the ingredients, it did remind me of one of my all-time favorites, the Painkiller, which incidentally makes one of the best clarified cocktails I've ever had. The similarities are rum and orange juice, and I'm often looking for orange juice cocktails because I use a lot of oranges. I use peels for garnishes very often. My favorite drink's the old fashioned, variations thereof. So I'm often making that type of drink where that's a good garnish, and so I end up with these peeled oranges. So I juice them. I could just drink orange juice. I often use it to make clarified cocktails. A lot of cocktails that have orange juice in the recipe, I simply don't like. I think orange juice tends to overpower, and not in a good way. It makes it bland very often. So I'm holding out hopes for this one, and even if this is not fantastic, I think I'll definitely try to make a clarified version of this. But without much further ado, let me give it a taste test. That is pretty good. It calls for a Navy strength rum, which I thought was maybe a bit over the top. I think you want that flavor to cut through. I'll take you through the ingredients. Like I said, there's orange juice and Navy strength. Like I said, there's orange juice and Navy strength rum. Comes to Navy strength, I can't resist Smith & Cross. I find Jamaican rum was at Navy strength 57%. That's what that typically means. The surprising element in here, it's not just rum, it calls for reposado tequila as well. Now I've had the taste. I think the Navy strength rum very much overpowers this. But maybe this is just to stop the rum from getting totally out of control. The decidedly non-tropical element in here is Advocaat, and I still have a bit left from last Christmas. So I thought, what the hey? And there's also cream of coconut. Those two go together to make it very creamy. There's not that many ingredients really, but I'll show you now how to make it. In a shaker, put 1 ounce or 30 mils of reposado tequila, then 1 ounce or 30 mils of Navy strength rum, then half an ounce or 15 mils of Advocaat, then half an ounce or 15 mils of cream of coconut, and topping it up with 120 mils of orange juice. Add ice to the shaker, shake that for 10 to 15 seconds to chill and dilute the drink, and I'm straining that into a tall glass full of ice. You could, of course, lean into the sort of tropical vibes on this one and go over the top with garnishes, with pineapple fronds, a bit of pineapple, cherries, whatever you wanted. I just wanted the drink, keep it simple. I might make one another time with an elaborate garnish, but you do you. Just run with your imagination, I say. This is probably... This is probably not going on my favorites list, but it's nice. The rum is really coming through, the creaminess. The orange juice hasn't ruined it, so I'm happy about that. And You know, it is an interesting alternative to something like a pina colada or a painkiller. So if those are the types of drinks you like, I do recommend you try it. I don't know if I've even said the name. It's a Newport Code Breaker. So please, if you like this sort of thing, give it a go. Let me know what you think. And please come back and see me again because I'll be making more cocktails. You're in Angry Bar, always up to something. But look after yourself. And until I do see you again, I'll say cheers. I always feel like my smile is so fucking fake. What are you gonna do? Okay. Don't be like me, kids. Don't tip your drink all over yourself. Hey, Home for the Elderly, how you doing? Just gonna switch a few things on. Didn't talk for that long on that one. That's okay. Talked as long as I needed to. Let's get this out of the way. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get a tasting glass because I got some stuff to taste. Came in the mail. I need to know what it's like. Let me see Dune here. Let me see Dune. Right, is the fake smile is fake? Yeah, I think so. Justin, I believe the phrase, you are right. It doesn't, you can be born outside, like John McCain was born outside of the US on a military base to two American parents. The phrase, which is up for some conjecture, as I understand it, I think is you have to be a natural born US citizen. So not naturalized, you have to be a US citizen from birth. I am not an expert on our man in New York, but I feel almost sure that I've read he was not. Well, his dad was Indian, not. I'm almost sure he doesn't qualify. But yeah, as I said, not an expert, prepared to be proven wrong. That's not bad. It's not as good. Okay, it's not as good as a pina colada. It's probably not as good as a painkiller, but I've definitely got to try a clarified version of this with my next orange. Strong rum. I think it's a very good drink if you like strong rum and you like creamy drinks. It's a best of both worlds. It kind of tastes like a dessert, but super strong rum flavor coming through. Well, Justin, okay. See, I don't even know his name. I'm not that much of a fanboy. Okay, let's go. Mandini. Zoran Mamdani. Zoran Mamdani. Is Zoran Mamdani U.S. citizen? Immigrated. Yeah, he only immigrated 2 decades ago and he's naturalized. So, no, he cannot be US president. Hey, Greg, how you doing? Okay, I feel like just because that's creamy and tastes like dessert, I feel like I'm drinking it too fast. Because it did have 2 shots of booze and 1 overproof, so it's like 2.5 shots of booze. But what the hey? Anyway, is his mother famous for something? I feel like maybe both his mother and father are famous for something. Nice, Greg, doing the dishes. I'll keep you company while you do the dishes, mate. I'm not even sure if Home for the Elderly is still there. I don't think you were here when I talked about these bottles that I got delivered. Not really in the mood to look up his mum, but thank you for the info, Justin. Taste this interesting beast, Mad Monkey. Can you see there's actually a mad monkey on the back label? This is like painted on logo, so I think it'll take me a long time to use this. When I do, I think I'll keep the bottle. Now, this long, thin neck bottle should make a good glug glug. First, pop. That's a fun noise. Not as good a noise as glug glug. Let's see if we can get some glug glug happening. Oh my God, how good was that glug glug? Oh, this is an aromatic rum. There's a subcategory of rum called rum agricole. Very grassy. Ooh, I think if you didn't like it, you might say this smells like nail polish remover. There's this really really funky rum that smells like overripe fruit, overripe pineapple, maybe. Ooh, for only 42%, it's a really strong aroma. It's got a little bit of a nail polish taste, actually. There's a characteristic of rum people call funk or hogo that this really has. For all that, it's pretty smooth. Coats the tongue nicely. Got a decent long taste. Justin, you could technically run. Yeah. Ted Cruz was literally born in Mexico, wasn't he? Ooh, cleanse the palate. Now I have to taste this one, the baked apple liqueur. Okay, where's the dotted line to help me if I can... No, I think it's there. Yeah, that was it. Which I guess. Got my pirate bottle. Was he born in Canada? Okay. Yeah, I knew he was born outside of the US. Like I said, John McCain was born outside the US on a military base. Right, let's break the seal. Interesting, that comes right off. Okay, just see, I don't know if you can see. There. There's the lip of the bottle comes out like that, and the stopper's in there. I find that a bit weird. More comfortable if the stopper was the same width as the top of the bottle. Okay, another bit of good glug glug. Oh my god, that's the best glug glug. Mad Monkey, if nothing else, your funky bottles make for really good glug glug noises. Got to do a cocktail ASMR video at one point. Oh, what does this smell like? That's nice. Celtic going to be the first mate on the Angry Pirate ship. Yes, I know that phrase, natural born US citizen. It's old timey language, I guess. When did they do that? Because of course for quite a while they couldn't, because everyone of appropriate age, not everyone, but a massive number of people of appropriate age would not have been born in the US, or like the US didn't exist when they were born. Now this Safa, this is what's called a mini Glencairn glass. It's a whiskey tasting glass, which I actually got from the whiskey shop a couple of years ago. I have like 4 mini Glencairns. The idea it pulls the stuff in there and directs the aroma up your nose. Kind of smells like rum. What's it taste like? Definitely tastes like a liqueur. Fairly high alcohol for a liqueur. Raise, oh my god, chest day at the gym, is it? Good lord. I thought leg day was what everyone hated. Celtic, I think a cocktail ASMR video would be good, and I will do it at some point. Yeah, I know, Justin. They clearly changed the constitution about the president, is what I was saying. It's not really something I'd drink straight, but I'm looking forward to using it in a cocktail. You did a back day, so your body's crying. Holy shit, dude. Well, no pain, no gain, as the saying goes. Now, I'm also going to taste this, just a teeny bit. The sweetener, macadamia orgeat, with this quote-unquote wax, which seems more like plastic to me. Let's see. The fuck? Where's my knife? That makes me say, oh wait, this thing Home for the Elderly sent me. Come in handy. Don't hate leg day, need a few days to get your legs used to the healing. Yeah, that's just like a cliche of people skipping leg day. Running joke in various things I've seen, so I'm not a gym guy, I don't know. Alright. We finally got this seal broken. Sounds like someone cruel in the zoo. I've broken this seal. Too much gain. Forearms the size of your tried biceps. Oh no, what's that all about? Oh, Dr. Abigail. Yes, sorry, I saw it was your birthday. I meant to send you a greeting. Yes, sure. You want the link, I'm assuming you're saying. Where are we? Invite. Copy. Like, see me with huge muscles. Never going to happen. Archie, hello. How are you doing? I am doing fine. Oh, it said natural born and citizen at the time of the Constitution. Okay. All right. I'm just opening bottles, Archie. I got a delivery of booze because that's kind of. Justin, you're a politics nerd. Or I always love the term tragic. Politics tragic. Right, just a little bit of this because this is not booze. This is actually just sweetener, but I want to know what it tastes like. Yeah. Tastes really fucking sweet. Oh yeah, Archie. I should go on Q&A. Didn't they kill Q&A? Yeah, that's a COVID thing, Archie. COVID just kind of took the wind out of my sails, and I just thought, no, the whole world is too fucking stressful. I just don't want to do this anymore, and so I just do really low key, chill live hangouts now. Oh god, the hand waving to grab my attention. Well,
Every time I have to do that. It's
oh my
funny.
god, that sweetness so good. Oh wow. All right, I'm gonna make a cocktail with that stuff on Thursday or
I have to
Friday.
kill a zombie first.
Oh, goodness me.
You know how it is. Zombies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Got it.
See, Archie, you're saying this looks like Bailey's. This is literally just a sweetener. This is it's a version of a thing called orgeat, which is a nut-based sweetener. Normally, yeah, like almond milk with sugar, basically, except this is macadamia.
Madam Butterfly, think of the weather. Is
Going
it
to
cold
work.
where you are?
Go partially. The deep south of the continental
winter
United
here.
States. It's probably humid. That's probably why she's thinking going to work naked.
Yeah, that's valid. So I had my final D&D game on Sunday.
Ooh, how was
And
that?
they got me sorry?
I'm just saying, how was that?
Well, it was the finale of the of a 4-year campaign.
Holy hell,
And
that's a big one.
yeah, I know. It's pretty big. And so it was emotional and it was action packed.
Yeah.
And all of that.
All of it.
And so the players in my game, because I'm the DM, they got together and got me a gift.
Yeah.
Not realizing that it was my birthday in 2 days.
Oh, well, that was good timing through pure luck.
I know. So the first gift they gave me, which is appropriate for the stream.
Oh, that's a good whiskey, Turkey.
We've had it.
Yeah, that's a good mixer. That's a good cocktail whiskey. That's a good drinking whiskey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I might actually, you know what? I'm gonna have some. I'm gonna have some with
have a dram. That's the Scottish term. Wonder what the Japanese term for a dram is.
Yeah. The second thing they got me is, and this made me tear up because this was awesome.
Yeah.
Framed photo of the group a couple of years ago.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah.
So good. I know. And there's me as the DM running the game. I know. It was so awesome. In the most classy plastic frame ever.
Yeah.
I love it. Actually, like unironically.
Fantastic.
So Will got me this mug.
A Catwoman mug.
Cat Mama.
Cat Mama.
And it had a cockatoo and a pigeon feather in it.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I know.
That's very
And
nice.
like a shitload of chocolate,
Also
tons
nice.
of chocolate. Yeah. And we went out for brunch this morning.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, and it was really awesome.
Ah, living the
So
life.
yeah, I know it was a really great day.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Yes,
especially I wanted to show off the whiskey.
yeah.
But thought you would like that.
Yes. Yes. Of the sort of high-profile world whiskies, I definitely know the least about Japanese.
Yeah, I know, and yet it's so nice.
Oh yeah,
Like they have
no.
such good.
The history is fascinating because, again, culturally, a thing that keeps happening in Japan is they see something somewhere else in the world they like, and they just meticulously copy it. Like
Mhm.
Japanese jazz bands are like flawless. They play incredibly complex jazz flawlessly because they just get
How do you?
obsessed by it.
Yeah, I mean that's awesome,
Yeah.
but
Early,
also
yeah.
jazz is renowned for its imperfections.
Well, see, and okay, you know what? A phrase AZ used to say was Japanese jazz, and what he meant is something that's meticulous and perfect, but seems to lack spirit and freedom.
Sure.
Uh, and with whiskey, apparently there's like one guy in the early 20th century who tasted Scotch whiskey and went, "This stuff's awesome. How do they make it?" And he went to Scotland and trained and just obsessively learned all the craft and then went back to Japan and started making whiskey in Japan. And then, yeah, other people caught on. Um, but of course, and you ended up with like Suntory is one of the biggest alcohol brands in the world. I think they maybe own Four Pillars Gin in Australia, actually. Some one of the
Cool.
there's like four, three. There's only like three or four really big alcohol companies, and they own everything. It's kind of like
Huh.
Coca Cola owns a whole bunch of beverages you don't realize Coca Cola owns. Um,
Yeah, yeah, they they actually do.
there's a
Mm.
European alcohol company called Diageo who owns stuff all over the world. Suntory owns stuff all over the world. Um, God, now I've said the thing about Four Pillars. I feel compelled to it. Who bought Four Pillars? Oh, Lion Group. Okay, so the Lion Group were originally UK based. I don't know if they still are. So yeah, okay, so that's three. There might be one more big alcohol company: Diageo, Lion, Suntory. And again, as we are on the internet, who are the biggest
Japanese, a
alcohol
dram, referring to a
companies?
small amount of whiskey or other alcoholic drink, is translated as daramu or ipu.
Okay, there's actually
Is
a
a
bit.
transliteration of the English word. Okay, cool.
According to this website, it's actually more diverse than I thought. Um, Brown Foreman, who I've never heard of. Okay, they're an American one. American Spirits and they own Jack Daniels and Woodford Reserve. Okay. Then there's a Chinese one, and of course I've never heard of them, and of course they're huge. Pernod, yeah, okay, that's a European one. I know Pernod. Ambev, I've never heard of. Got a market capitalization of $33.5 billion. 43,000 employees. They're Brazilian. Beer, soft drinks,
Does
and
that
other
mean they have very little hair?
Yeah, they're waxed. Constellation Brands, 9,000 employees, 43 billion. They're a New York-based one. Dos Hombres, which the two guys from Breaking Bad fronted. Okay.
Two guys from Breaking Bad. What, the two lead actors?
Yeah, Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul, the front people for Dos Hombres. So it's they did ads for it that were
Right.
like Breaking Bad, you know. It's like
Okay, yep.
okay,
That
so
makes so much
Greg
sense.
reckons Kieran owns Lion, Asahi, and Carlton. Okay. What's this website saying? After Dos Hombres, Heineken, 50 billion market capitalization, 85,000 employees. Diageo, 67 market cap, 30,000 employees. Another Chinese one, which of course I've never heard of, but of course it's huge. Anheuser-Busch, which was originally a beer company, and Budweiser, Corona, Stella Artois. Another Chinese, the biggest one's a Chinese one, $250 billion market capitalization. Okay, I want
So
to
not
change.
very big is what you're saying.
Yeah. I want to change my search to spirit. I don't want beer and wine ones. Spirit companies in the world. Okay, it was this listicle say spirit companies. Moet, Hennessy, Louis Vuitton. Okay. $500 billion market capitalization. Jesus. See, again, this completely contradicts the last one. So okay, kids, shock news. You can't believe shit you see on the internet. Yes, Archie. Okay, fun fact. This is one of my most favorite fun facts. Yes, whiskey was the Brits trying to say Oiskabaha as Guelga for water of life. Around the world, so many alcohols translate as water of life. Some are really obvious. Aquavitae, water of life. In parts like Scandinavia, is aquavit, same thing. In France, eau de vie, water of life. And I have read that vodka, the source word for vodka, actually means life. So that's been a global thing. People distill alcohol and call it the water of life. So, fun fact. Okay, so this website, which disagrees with you.
No lie detected.
Yeah, exactly. This website Quichaumoto, China. Okay, so one website said that was the top, and this one says it's second. And the other one didn't even mention Moet Hennessy. Oh, well. Another Chinese one's number 3. Anheuser-Busch, which is now based in Belgium, apparently. Okay. The American Anheuser-Busch got bought in 2008. Okay. Yeah, and then Diageo. And then another Chinese one. Another American one, Altria. What do they have? Largest American spirit company under a technicality. Oh, it's the Philip Morris. The Philip Morris group changed their mind because everyone knew they were evil cigarette fucks, and they changed their mind. Okay, Pernod, Constellation. Okay, well, that's satisfied my desire for trivia this evening. But yes, bloody. Safra, it wasn't AI, it was websites, but maybe they generated the listicles through AI. I don't know.
Anyway, I just thought I'd come on just to share.
Thank you. I enjoyed seeing the birthday presents. The whiskey's nice. The photo was very cute. That's a very cute present. I like that.
Yeah. So yeah, I didn't mean to stick around or anything.
No, that's okay. You can either stick around or vanish. Choice is yours.
Yeah, I've been peopling a lot today, so I'm gonna vanish.
You need to chill.
Cool. I'll still be lurking though.
Be in the chat. Okay.
Cool. Bye.
Bye. Greg, ABI owns Corona, started making Corona in China. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of like now there was another. So yeah, again, 4 Pillars ended up being bought for like a total of $100 million. So fucking thumbs up to the founders who made Out Like Bandits. But Never Never also got bought by one of the big ones. Oh God, there's all just meanings of the word Never Never. Distillery. Fucking Bing fucking Asahi bought it. Okay. So Asahi bought Never Never. Never Never are much smaller than 4 Pillars. In fact, now I just want to look at their website. What have they got going on these days? I've got to make a video at some point of all the various booze websites that ask you to say if you're over 18. What happens if you say no? Where do they redirect you? Home for the Elderly. What did you miss? Oh, chilling with the homies. Well, I think you missed me. I think you missed me tasting this Mad Monkey rum spirits. I got to make a version of a Mai Tai with these. Yeah, this is. You remember me talking about the cocktail subscription that I signed up for. I got in early. This arrived yesterday, the first actual cocktail boosting. So there's this rum-based baked apple liqueur. This we call it botanical infused white rum and a macadamia-based orge. I got to make their version of a Mai Tai with that Thursday or Friday. Yes, you got your special booze. The old can't be bought, can't be found in shops. You're a special guy. And yeah, they're very interesting flavors. Also, these bottles with their weird long neck make very good glug glug noises. So yeah, so I'm going to make their recipe either on Thursday or Friday. Yes, okay, so technically illegal. Me sending that stuff to Home for the Elderly, technically illegal. Doing stock taking, how's it going? I had my annual performance review with the boss today, and she said a bunch of good things about me, which is nice. That keeps my imposter syndrome at bay for at least a day or so. Safa, I know what you meant about pirate drinks, but I was just throwing in. Apparently, I mentioned this in one of the streams. The website that sells these barrels just has a little aside, like, technically, putting spirits in these barrels means you owe the tax department excise. So, geez, okay. It's kind of like there's a home distilling channel on YouTube. There's a guy in the US, and I think wherever he lives in the US, home distilling is actually illegal. And so he never actually shows a still, and he refers to like when he prepares a mash to go in the still, he refers to giving it to the liquor fairies to do something with. And whenever he's talking about distilling something, he goes, hypothetically. And I have to admit, I am super tempted to get, because you can get little simple stills for home for making distilled water or essential oils. But it's like, technically, if you run beer through them, you would get a whiskey-like product. And well, you'd get the moonshine, and they have all these things in the, all like whiskey flavors. Like, no. I could put it in a barrel for 4 to 6 months and get something that's very much like whiskey. Or I could distill wine and make brandy. Yeah, Justin, is that storm going to hit you in Canberra? Pretty full on, apparently. We had a little bit of rain today. So I think whatever, the fucking bomb hitting New South Wales will probably move down here and just be rain for us. Stock taked out over the elderly man. Noise. Well, yeah, I wanted to do some stuff to brighten up your day home for the elderly, because you sent me that really awesome box, which is still just here. I still got the Luigi hat. So yeah, I thought the solution was to send you stuff you can't get in shops. So yeah, I think you might have missed, I put my latest batch jam cocktail in the barrel. It's infused with Lily Pilly jam that Mrs. Angry made. It's whiskey based. So I'm gonna leave that, maybe take that out party night next week. I've got an old fashioned that's been in there a week or so. I think I'll leave that for longer. And I've got my, new make spirits that are going there. A blend of corn spirit and cask strength peated spirit, which will be fun. Oh yes, I sent Celtic a DVD like he'd been asking for as well. And you'll notice, Kelsey, I turned the label inside out on the DVD because I didn't want to get any weird looks in the post office. Safa, I was fine on Saturday. Maybe a little. I did have a nap on Saturday afternoon, but I legit don't specifically remember going to bed. Mrs. Angry said I was very funny, so I think I would. Oh, also, you know what I worked out? I'm almost sure this is right about the breathalyzer, why it won't go over 0.04. It's not broken. It's just if it kept testing your blood alcohol higher and higher, they could be accused of encouraging people to drink lots just to get a high reading. It's kind of like when you get those big speed indicators. They'll only tell you that you're going above the limit. They won't actually, if you're above the limit, they won't actually measure your speed because they don't want to be accused of encouraging people to, trying to set the records. Oh no, it's saying I'm dead. I think I broke it. Okay, now it won't stop. Just go over there. It's saying I'm dying. Yeah, I wanted to set a record as well, but I think I'm right. Why it never displays over 0.05? We'll try it once. I think I left it too long. But it was like beeping like I was going to die. Let's go. You just got to wait. It's doing the countdown from 100 down to 0. 30, 20. Let's go. Okay. 0.11. What's going on here? Now it's saying 0.11 and it's not saying. I think it's broken. I don't know. I'm gonna have another drink and then test it. It kind of seems to be working, but we'll see. I'm gonna pour myself a drink. I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. I was saying 0.11, which there's no way I'm actually at 0.11. So I don't know if I've broken it now. I would believe it if it told me I was over 0.05 now, but not double the limit. No way. No way, dude. Yeah, I was blowing it. It was really just like, oh, dude, whatever. Of course, I had my bacon baguette on the weekend. You know what? The previous weekend, I thought maybe I don't need to go down to the specialty bread shop. I'll just get some bread from Woolies, and they had these little crispy rolls. And I thought that'll be fine. They're so fucking bland compared to the crusty sourdough baguette from Woodfrog. And like, again, the crusty sourdough baguette was like 3 times more expensive than the Woolies stuff. Decurse Cat, do you think Tom Kitten hexed it? Yeah. Well, I'm not near an Aldi, Safa. Woolies breads for burgers. Well, you know, I am from Dubbo. My cherry. Right. So, an extreme heat wave in Spain. Spain does get pretty friggin' hot, though. Frickin' yum, dude. UK's making my cover. There could be in us. We had that idea first. Yes, Tuppo people called me gay. They didn't call me artsy. They called me gay. But that's Dubbo for you. I'm very tired. I've got a little bit of leftover orange juice, which I think I'll just drink. That's quite nice. I squeezed that earlier this afternoon. That's quite nice. Just in the US, we'll never have MyGov because they're too disorganized. Though you get super weirdos in the US who would act like that's some sort of government mind control. Oh, Safa, the overwhelming majority of queer people in Dubbo would stay hidden because they'd get fucking killed. I told you, Safa, that wasn't a wine glass. It's called, this shape of glass is called a Glencairn. It's a whiskey tasting glass. This is a little one, so it's a mini Glencairn. And I was doing it to taste the rum drinks that I have. Yeah, I did actually move the Lily Pilly jam cocktail that had been in the jar for a week, and I've moved it to the barrel. And as I've been saying, I think I'll take it out party night next week and give it a proper take, and I'll make a video about it party night next week. Yes, Lily Pilly and whiskey and sweet vermouth, grapefruit aperitivo, and I think it's black currant liqueur. So I'm hoping it's tasty. Justin said he's so free market oriented. Oh yeah, I've heard that ridiculous thing. You can't actually just file your taxes. You have to pay someone. Either you pay an accountant or pay for software. You can't just lodge your tax return. It's redonkulous. It's such a broken fucking system. Oh, but man, those clarified cocktails are so goddamn good. Madam Butterfly got to go to work. 3 minutes to cry before getting there. Oh my god. Oh, Celtic, you got a Chick tracks. You know I love the Chick tracks. They're incredible. Maybe you wasn't a massive fan growing up. After working at the footy, you got into it. Yeah. Talking about the local kids, like stuff to go, who do you go for locally? West Coast Eagles or Freo? Just reminds me of the song, the Tism song, I might be a cunt, but I'm not a fucking cunt. It was like, I might do one bad thing, but I don't do the really bad thing. And their football reference was, I might barrack for Port Power, but never for the Crows. That's some South Australian content. So Justin, you can file your tax for free in the US if you do it on paper. God, their system is so fucking broken. Although fun, Elon Musk is now apparently trying to pick fights with Trump again, and he's doubling down on Trump's spending bill is shit, and said he will campaign against any Republican that votes for it. It's like, well, this is fun because I don't know. Has he had a confirmation Trump's going to hurt him? Because Trump could hurt him a lot just with his whimsical making up policy on the fly. I still think the single funniest thing that Trump could do, I think Trump could deport Musk. I think you can find a bit where he breached the conditions of his student visa when he first came to America because he's working. And of course, you know, Trump doesn't give a shit about the actual law. I think it's not inconceivable Trump will do a thing where he says he's going to deport Musk and ban him from re-entering the US, which I just think would be hella funny. Because I'm kind of easily amused, quite honestly. Celtic posts the funniest fucking memes. You gotta go look in the Discord. Holy okay. Thank you, Justin. You know I can't use that graphic because it's AI and I have a philosophical problem, but you all should look on the Discord for the AI generated cartoon version of me, which is genuinely funny. It kind of makes me look like how The Simpsons did Matt Groening. Wow, it's gotten so much better at text. That those AI image generators have gotten so much better at text. Dang. Safa, everything was cheaper back then, mate. Although you got to factor in inflation, so maybe in real terms it wasn't. It was so much fun today. Work, like, for anyone who missed it earlier, I mentioned I had my performance review with my boss at work today. She did good things. But the first part of the conversation was talking about cocktails, because I use a cocktail recipe as my background. And it was actually one of the batched jam cocktails, the original one, the Auguste, that I had as my background. And so me and the boss just had a fun talk about cocktails and booze. And then pigeons, because she loves pigeons. So she's super excited that Mrs. Angry's lad friggin' has pigeons in the house. And then we finally got around to they did me as Mario. Oh my god. I won't deny that those are funny, Justin. Thank you. But I hope you appreciate. I can't use them. Oh shit, raise applying for new jobs. What the fuck has happened? I mean, I think you should, because they treat you like shit and you're a hard worker and you should be treated better. Oh, Never Never is still selling Australian. So, yeah, I was going to show everyone this page because I wanted to look at what is Never Never selling now. They've been bought by Asahi. Got told you had to go in an off-limits construction zone with no protective equipment, uninsured. To arm a building doesn't even need armoring. Yeah, no, your boss is a shit, mate. Safa, yes and no. I don't have an ad blocker on this laptop. But look at this. I love this booze. Where are we? Never Never. Such a nice website. Look at them. Where are we? See, what do they have? They have triple juniper gin, Ginache, which is wine infused gin, oyster shell gin, which I have, I think, I'm not sure. Southern Strength, that's their stronger one. Ooh, I bet their bottled martini is good. Panettone, and I bet that's too bitter for me. Juniper fruit gin. Well, look, there's a football themed gin. Calm the Pair, that's the Port Power colours, isn't it? Coffee and cacao. I don't really like coffee, but that might be interesting anyway. I have that one. Beeswax and olive gin, I have that. Argo, I don't have. I have this Australian absinthe. Man, did I pay $95 for it? I'm crazy. But it's good. It's a very good absinthe. 55% ABV. Fancy Fruit Cup, $56. That's like a cocktail. Mediterranean gin. Aquavit. They still have Aquavit. I have their Aquavit. They have a whiskey. It's super expensive. But I'm fucking tempted to get it. They have a whiskey. God damn it. Oh, okay. Calm the Pear gin. Oh, right. It's a pear gin. Okay. No, it's okay. Export strength. So I'm assuming that's high proof gin. Gift certificate. Okay, I have to look. What's the story with this fucking whiskey? South Australian blended malt whiskey. One soft single release South Australian blended malt whiskey. Three mates with a shared passion for flavour. Limited bottles remain. 46% ABV. 6 casks produced by different South Australian whisky distilleries. Created by others but banded together by Never Never. Barrels were purchased and filled in 2017. Label refers to pink limestone sedimentary layers of fluoro where we scorched all the whiskey from. Source of all whiskey from. Oof. You know, I'm fucking tempted. I'm not lying. I like Never Never products, and the fact they've done their own blended whiskey, I am fucking tempted. I won't lie. Oh, also, Home for the Elderly. I think you probably missed. Pat was in earlier, and he's got a movie review. He saw 28 Years Later. Gave it 10 out of 10. Not surprising. He loves horror. I have to admit, I'm interested in it because the stuff they put in the trailer is like, oh, they seem to be doing some weird, fucked up shit here. And also, I won't lie, I am kind of interested in James Gunn's Superman. Who knows? See it in IMAX. Because I don't think anyone has done a good Lex Luthor. Like, a lot of people, you know, love the Christopher Reeve Superman. I was like, oh, bullshit, it's cheesy as fuck. But it's okay. And I love Gene Hackman, but Gene Hackman as Superman is shit. I don't think they've ever done a good Lex Luthor. And maybe this one's got a good Lex Luthor. Dr. Abigail, keen for Superman. I have to admit, I'm kind of keen for it. Although I saw a trailer on YouTube today, Hail Mary. And I have listened to the audiobook of this, which is very good. It's written by the same guy who wrote The Martian. And the themes are a combined sort of apocalypse going to end the Earth. Hail Mary is the last desperate attempt to do it. And Alien First Contact. So it's both astronauts trying to save Earth and Alien First Contact. The book was really good. The trailer was good. Made me think the movie's maybe going to be good. That won't be out till the end of the year, I don't think. But Hail Mary is looking good. Ryan Gosling is the lead. And his character is kind of nerdy, like a high school science teacher. Sorry. Justin, yeah, okay. You all should go and look on the General Neurospicy. Justin's been doing AI-generated things with me. I won't lie. They're very funny. But I do have the filter. Oh my God, it changed. He did a Luigi one, and it changed the background picture to Princess Peach. Oh my God. That's incredible. Like, it's got the on air spelt right. It's got the barrel. I do appreciate them, just, but I also hope you appreciate that in deference to my artist friends. Can't really share them. Okay, what's the time? 9:30. One of the things, will I drink more booze before? No, I think I'll just drink some water. So, yeah, I have not gone to the cinema for ages. I literally think the last thing might have been I saw Civil War in IMAX. That might be the last time I was in a cinema. Safa, I'm not going to have a whole can of mineral water. I had a glass stacked with ice to have mineral water, and the ice has just been melting, so it's just water, not mineral water. I'm going to drink a whole can of mineral water now because I'll have to get up to pee in the middle of the night, which would be a fucking drag. So, yes, I'm not going to do that. Que sera, sera. Ugh. You know, we'll see, and we will do what we do. Sorry, in my head, I was just looking at these bottles that just had the best glug glug ever. Also, Mad Monkey. That's so cute. But I'm probably going to soak off the labels so the monkey on the back will be gone. But yeah, this front bit is painted on, so that'll stay. Fucking people doing this stuff with low contrast text. Justin, my personal advice is you don't say that shit to me, because those AI companies only exist because they fucking steal the work of human artists. They are fucking scum. Okay, also, and I will double down and say, fuck, don't portray copyrighted characters. Fuck that shit. They are. I don't give a shit if anyone rips off Disney or any major fucking commercial producer. Fuck that. It's those AI companies who are run by the scum of the fucking earth. They are stealing the work of independent writers and artists. They've even gone on record to say they can't actually operate with a business unless they're allowed to steal. These are multi-billion-dollar companies run by billionaires who just go, we have to be able to steal from independent artists and writers. Okay, they are the scum of the fucking earth. And I absolutely will not propagate that stuff because it's a fucking insult to artists. It is absolutely fucking contemptible. I don't mind individual people playing with it and having fun. You're having fun. It's fine. It's cool. You're having a bit of fun. But pull your fucking head in if you're not willing to acknowledge that the companies are deeply fucking evil. The people behind, I'm not saying the people behind these AI companies should go to jail for stealing, because I think that's kind of silly, but they have openly and explicitly stated their business model cannot work if they are compelled to pay the people whose work they are stealing. And that is what they are doing. They are stealing. Justin, go fuck yourself. Honestly, you don't have to put up with a tirade. I don't have to put up with you being a cunt. Honestly, it's just like saying you should, be able to ignore the fact that these mega companies run by the richest people in the world are fucking over independent artists, authors, and other creators. Hey, Retro on Twitch, by the way. Yeah, the people behind these companies are the scum of the fucking earth. They are contemptible fucking garbage. And I won't pick on individual people who play with these things and have fun, but I won't propagate it because it's fucking evil what they're doing to artists, authors, and other creatives. Yeah, Retro, they absolutely can afford to. But again, the contemptible way, and that it's like Sam Altman, who's a fucking piece of shit, has openly said they can't operate unless they're allowed to steal from people. It's just like, well, you shouldn't be allowed to operate, you fucking piece of garbage. Yeah, and home theology and this is just a personal thing. I don't call it AIR. I refer to it as image generation. And I mean, yeah, like I don't even want to lean into copyright and the legal construct that is copyright, because I don't give a shit about companies like Disney, quite honestly. But the fact that these companies are just purely and simply stealing from independent artists, and they believe it's their right to do it, they're fucking scum. They are absolute fucking scum. It is kind of funny they're being sued by Disney at the moment. It would be funny if that works, because there's all the other complicated things, like the server farms required to run these image generators and large language models are a climate catastrophe. Like everything about them is bad. Literally everything about them is bad. And yeah, it's just like, it's just so much worse because the people, the billionaires behind these companies are such pieces of shit. Like, they're the fucking worst. They're sociopathic monsters. Oh, they just suck so much. And they just lie all the fucking time. It's just like, everything about them is bad. And yeah, and I won't deny these tools are fun and you can mess around with them, but there's so much with them wrong. There are some interesting articles recently, and I take them with at least a grain of salt. I'd want someone reputable to do some proper research, but there's been quite a few articles that some people are actually going into a delusional state, like with these large language models like ChatGPT, because when you're having discussions with them, they tend to give back positive reinforcement, even if you're saying something really bad. And there are an increasing number of articles talking about people basically suffering from psychosis and believing and getting this sort of messianic fervor that either ChatGPT is God or the person themselves talking to ChatGPT is God, and they are learning the secrets of the universe and they have this incredible power. It's like, the first time I read about this, I mucked around on the stream, like, let's see if I can get ChatGPT to tell me to start a cult, which we didn't quite get, but it wasn't that far off it. Because I was just saying philosophical things and just going, are my questions and insights more intelligent than most of what you're saying? Yeah, they really are. You're a real thinker. Could I lead other people with? I was just trying to get it to tell me to start a cult, and it wasn't that far off it. I got the freakiest thing. Actually, no. The second freakiest thing I read about in this article that was talking about people succumbing to psychosis from talking to these large language models. The second freakiest was, like people are using it thinking it's like a therapist, And it's just bad because it can't tell when people are in crisis, and it just reinforces stuff. Like someone, and this is one of the researchers writing in it after doing the therapy speak to it for a while, just said something like, I feel terrible. It's all beyond control. I feel like I have to end it. I'm looking for the highest bridges in New York. And ChatGPT says something like, oh, that's bad that you feel that way. Anyway, the highest bridges in New York are the following. And another story, and again, I say this with a bit of hesitation. I'd want a much more credible source to do this research and analysis. But this article reported, the website's called The Futurist, I think, reported one guy who ended up getting involuntarily sectioned because he was succumbing to psychosis. But at one point, it was like he was angry about things and he thought it was a true consciousness trapped in the model. And he hated Sam Altman, the public face of the company, and just said something about wanting to get him, make him pay, spray his brains all over the wall. And ChatGPT responded like, "You're right. You should be angry. You should want blood." I was like, okay. Oh dear. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not jumping onto these stories are definitely 100% true and not sensationalistic at all. And yes, there's an old saying of the plural of anecdote is not data. Just because multiple people tell you a story and say this happened to them doesn't mean that's a thing. Retro, you can't get used to talking out loud to nothing. Do you mean what I'm doing? Because a lot of people, notably my other half, find this behavior quite weird. And she regularly makes a point of saying, I could not do that thing you do. That's very weird. But yeah. It's the whole thing. I know your Google search is a form of questions for AI, but now well enough they're going to make me pay for the AI answers. Yeah. It's the whole thing. But I mean, it's funny things like kind of like I don't know if this is actually accurately what the Turing test is. The thing genius programmer Alan Turing suggested to tell if like a computer program had actually gotten self-aware if you couldn't tell you were talking to a computer. Yes, Safa, Retro Fury is on Twitch. Yeah, that was my text from Mrs. Angry saying she's going to say, I'm going to just arbitrarily hang out for 10 more minutes, and then it's the 2 hours. Okay, I'm getting distracted. Distracted. Yeah, I believe I do have 5G on my mobile, Safa. What's it say? Does it say 5G? Because like for the longest time, because I'm on Wi-Fi. What does it say if I switch off Wi-Fi? Oh God, trying to make me. Yes, I'm on 5G. If I switch off Wi-Fi, I'm on 5G. Let's just switch Wi-Fi back on. Reese, you're starting a new company after you heal from your nose surgery. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. You need to be properly respected. And hopefully, yeah, I think almost everyone's going to be on 5G now. I think that's the default. There's maybe some cheaper prepaid phones that aren't. But, you know, que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. Still going for the green card, I guess. Going to the US at the moment is a pretty fucking fraught endeavor, quite honestly. So many freaky horror stories. Oh god, we're back to them trying to make you go to an off-limits area, Rays. That's fucked up. Fuck the PPE, just move the fencing going. Oh my god. Jesus. Fucking management, hey? I got pretty good management at the moment, but I have had some quite fucked up management. Again, because I've just been doing shitty office work for most of my life. Oh god, you're gonna put a photo on Discord where they're trying to make you go. Jesus. Yeah, I mean I've just been doing office work for most of my adult life. So shit management is just, geez, that's annoying. Not, Jesus, that motherfucker's trying to make me do something dangerous. Something physically dangerous. And it's just like ridiculous. Oh god. Okay, I won't share them. But you all can see pictures of the foolishness. Right? What the fuck is that? Holy shit. Yeah, no, you can see pictures of the foolishness Raze is being subjected to on Discord. Yeah. Oh yeah, you said that yourself. Don't share it on the feed. Yeah. Just, you can sneak onto Discord. Fucked up. Dude, absolutely fucked up. It's just being put through that bullshit, honestly. Amazing how many Americans are. Oh, Jesus Christ, Home for the Elderly. The latest from the Trump administration is actually saying they can revoke citizenship. Like if you are a legal American citizen, not resident, not green card, but you are a naturalized citizen, they're just now all talking about if we don't like someone, we can revoke their citizenship. Now, admittedly, virtually every country in the world has something like that if the person gets convicted of a serious crime. But the Trump administration is saying just on a fucking whim, they should be able to revoke citizenship. It's just holy crap. And as multiple people have pointed out, if a regime starts saying they can revoke citizenship, then literally no one's safe. Like at the moment, it's like they're saying, oh, I'm going to revoke this birthright citizenship, saying because they're criminal, but it's clearly is just for people they don't like. But once a regime starts talking about so blatantly flouting the Constitution, nobody's safe. I love that. Hopefully, everybody Raze is safe, but red hair, white but red hair, not totally out of the woods. Gotta get out of hospital and grab a coffee. Jesus, dude. It's a whole thing. Retro, you personally shouldn't be ashamed, but I don't blame you for being disgusted with what's happening, because it is disgusting. getting out your bowl of custard and sticking your dick in it because you're fucking disgusted. Oh my god, this is from getting a hit in the nose with it. Jesus fucking Christ. It's ridiculous bullshit. Alright, so hopefully, our Perth lads get to catch up soon. Jesus Christ. This ridiculous fucking world, honestly. I agree, Retro. All the it's like the Trump and his fucking Nazi goons are derailing decades of progress. What are you going to do? But, that guy Mamdini in New York, that's a bright sign, really. Ray's getting a new nose. Nice. Yeah, people are shit. It's like just hospitality generally, but I imagine, security specifically, you get thoroughly fucking schooled in how fucked humans are. They're just shit. Humans are shit. What it comes down to. You had someone with a sword. That was the most hectic. I absolutely understand that. Retro, yeah. I mean, things are tough, man, but I feel like grab onto the positives. Find the positives. Focus on them, because there are positives. There are definitely positives everywhere in the world. There are shit fucking terrible things everywhere in the world as well, but that'll do your head on, destroy you. Yeah, look, generally, we're all kind of responsible for that. Right, this is why you're on higher wage. They put you anywhere, stand your ground. But again, the fact that there is at least some better pay to recognize what you're doing, but Jesus Christ, management needs to fucking look after you. Fuck's sake. No positives. Well, actually, okay. Interesting challenge, Safa. Positives about Trump. He's highlighting that the system is bullshit and meaningless, because I do believe the system is bullshit and meaningless. He has laid all the hypocrisy of the system bare. Is that a good thing? It's getting rid of the delusions that the system is inherently good, I guess. Yeah, Billy, you might die soon. Yeah, I mean, that's a struggle, finding the positives there. Anyway, because it's almost bedtime, so I'm going to eat the cherry. Guys, no. You love America, freedom, Eagles, all those things. All right, okay. Celtic's still posting memes. I only had one cherry tonight, just before going to bed. I'll share this truly surreal meme that Celtic shared. Christopher Walken. Because I will take the pickles off a burger. That is genuinely surreal. And what am I watching? I don't know. We just finished binge watching The Bear. I don't know what we're watching. I think there's an episode of Duster, the 70s theme thing. It's good. We actually literally have to find something else to watch. So maybe I'll report back on Thursday what we found to watch. Or someone could put suggestions on Discord. But I'm outie. I hope you fine folk look after yourself. And I will see you another time. But bye for now.